Well, friends, it's time. It's time for you, whether you're a free-to-play player, budget player, or spender, to make the decision. Is Black Friday the event you go on, or is it going to be Christmas or Chinese New Year? Now, the problem with all three of these events is you have no idea which event is going to be the best one for you. For a lot of people, it's a gamble. For a lot of people, you're unsure. So in today's video, I also need to clarify why exactly people get hype about Christmas and Chinese New Year compared to Black Friday. It all comes down to a little history lesson in Idle Heroes. Back in the day, you didn't have the Palace of Eternity or the Palace of Crystal. Eminent hero chests did not exist. The glorious relics did not exist. Light and Dark heroes were super difficult to get your hands on. Therefore, the only way you could get the Light and Dark heroes on their release, and actually just in general the most efficient way to pick them up, was during the event they were given out to the game, whether it was Anniversary, Chinese New Year, or Christmas. And that has always been the tradition, that these heroes are really easy to obtain during these particular events. The game's changed though. Light and Dark heroes are no longer the pinnacle heroes in the game. It's Transcendence heroes. It's a lot easier to pick up a Light and Dark hero. Eminent chests are thrown at us all the time. Light and Dark chests too. If you really want it to be crazy, you can go ahead and you can use your relics to go ahead and pick up Light and Dark heroes. There's no reason to, though. You should be picking up artifacts. Artifacts are still the most valuable thing in the game. But what I'm trying to verify for you guys is that the exclusivity of Light and Dark heroes is not what it used to be. So all the hype that surrounds Christmas and Chinese New Year is more down not to the heroes getting released, but more down to the rewards you get. So today, the goal will be to weigh up whether the Black Friday rewards are right for you as a free-to-play player, a budget player, or a heavy spender, and then decide whether you should go with your scrolls now or you should wait for Christmas. And Black Friday has one special thing about it that makes it unique, which we will discuss in this video. And that uniqueness might push you in the direction of choosing this event over Christmas or Chinese New Year. So folks, let's go check out this week's event for Idle Heroes. But before we do, let me give a shout out to a few new people who have decided to back me this week on Patreon. This week's new patrons are Suicune and Ketasama. Thank you so much for your support, and every dollar you commit to this account goes towards helping me to continue to make content like this, whether it's the VIP series, whether it's buying new equipment to keep doing what I'm doing. All the dollars sink back in and help me to keep this channel alive. So thank you so much, guys. It's an absolute pleasure to bring you this content. And also, my way of giving back to you is giving you access to account reviews, which happen on Tuesdays. So if that's something you're interested in, join us at twitch.tv/MKxJUMP. And if you want access to that, why not consider clicking up there to check out my Patreon. Anyway, folks, let's go check out this week's event for Idle Heroes. This is Black Friday, and Black Friday is a Heroic Summons event. So every day for logging in, you're going to get 3 Heroic Summon Scrolls, which equals 21 for free throughout the week. That's pretty fantastic and kind of standard for a Heroic Summons event. But that's not what's exciting. The big stuff for this week are all the crazy rewards attached to the Black Friday. But before we check out that, let's look at the main stuff. First, we have the Palace of Eternity, which allows you to swap Seahu, Annabelle, Waldex, Saja, or Onkiramaru, the last 5 heroes to come out, into the new hero, Natasha, in the Abyss faction, who we will be talking about a little later on. Is this worth it? Probably not. You should probably be saving your Eternity Crystals, because this event is the last opportunity to pick them up before Christmas and Chinese New Year. We won't be able to get Palace of Eternity Crystals from these events that are coming, because the Palace of Crystal is only available when a non-Light and Dark hero is the hero being released. We know that Christmas and Chinese New Year will offer Light and Dark heroes, and therefore you won't have access to the Palace of Crystal. Therefore, for doing 400 scrolls, you will not get Eternal Crystals, so you will not be able to swap into the new Light and Dark heroes that will be coming out very soon. If they turn out to be really, really powerful, you may not have enough scrolls, or you may have gone in for example, the Christmas Christmas event, and you don't have the crystals to then swap during the Chinese New Year event. So one big advantage to using your scrolls now is the fact you will get Palace of Eternity crystals, which can be used to swap during Chinese New Year and Christmas to get additional copies of those heroes. So if you remember at the beginning of the video, I said that the main pull for Chinese New Year and Christmas back in the day was the fact it was a release of Light and Dark heroes. The Palace of Crystal changes that attraction, because actually the existence of events like this means that you can still get those Light and Dark heroes without actually using any scrolls. So it's important to remember this is the final event where you can get crystals. So if that was something you wanted to do, you will have to use your scrolls now. And it also means you can get all the rewards for using your scrolls during Black Friday, but still get access to the Light and Dark heroes, which is something some of you might want to consider when we look deeper at this week's rewards. Of course, Grador's Blessing and Enormous Workshop are here, and the value packages are here too. Now, these value packages are pretty standard. They're offering the new amount, which is a bunch of gems equal to the VIP XP doubled. We have 200 scrolls, really nice scaling down as well, and we have the Palace Key. That Palace Key will get you even more rewards from the Palace of Crystal, which means you're going to get even more Eternal Crystals, and that's really important for spenders to bear in mind, because if you were going to go all in on the Black Friday event, it's likely you're going to be picking up those keys, which means you're going to get even more Eternal Crystals, making it even easier to pick up copies of the new Light and Dark heroes. So that is definitely something to think about if you were weighing up between Black Friday, Chinese New Year, and Christmas. If you're going to spend, you're definitely not going to be missing out on the Light and Dark heroes, because you'll be getting those keys and getting way more crystals. In fact, you're getting 4 times more crystals for each 400 if you buy the respective keys each time. And the reason you'll be doing that is because the Obsidian points can be obtained from here. More on those later, but these Obsidian points are crucial to getting the top rewards throughout Black Friday. The Hero Lottery is here as well, which means every time you get a copy of Natasha, you'll get yourself a set of 4-star armor. And here are the usual summon prizes. We're getting Prophet Orbs and Scrolls all the way down. Flame Strike is available at 200. You're getting your usual Soul Symbols and Cause of Transcendence at 300. For 400, you're getting the new hero Natasha. And for 500, we're going to get Glorious Relics and Cause of Transcendence. The big difference is for every 100 Scrolls, you're going to pick up 10 of these Obsidian points, which means you'll be able to get 200 Obsidian points without spending any money, assuming you use 2,000 scrolls. In reality, just think of it as that 10 points equals 100 scrolls, and that's the scaling you need to remember. We have the Hero Exchange event, which is offering Saja and Seahu for 600 each. 2 pretty unimpressive heroes, but if you wanted Saja, you can go ahead and grab her. Seahu's interesting for a block sustain team, which might be something you want to do, but all in all, they're heroes that you don't necessarily need for your account. And that's it for the main event. So let's go look at the Black Friday Carnival. First things first, if you're a VIP, you're going to be able to get a ton of awesome rewards. We covered this in the previous video, so it should be no surprise, but you are going to be getting scrolls, wishing coins, plenty of great rewards, which all look like amazing value, which you unlock for being a higher VIP level. VIP levels can be gained by spending money, and the more money you spend, the more VIP XP you get, and you get additional benefits for doing that anyway, which then can be reaped as additional rewards because obviously you're unlocking these packages, which give amazing things. For example, take a look at this one here. This is giving a 9-star light puppet and 15 Prophet Orbs. That's really cool. Let's go look at this chest right here, the Cloud Island chest. This is giving materials for Cloud Island. And one thing about this chest, read that sentence. This is something a lot of people are going to miss. It says, open the chest to get all of the rewards. We are so used to chests where you select rewards that this is wild. Getting every single thing you see pictured here is so good when it comes to value. Bearing in mind, you're buying a ton of these chests that offer 100k each every month for about $10 from the monthly store, and that's almost considered compulsory. So the fact that you're getting one of these that gives everything in it is giving you 5 here, which is equivalent to, let's say, $10, plus an additional 3 bonus stuff here as well, which makes this easily worth $15 when it comes to pure value. And that's 3,500 gems that's going to cost you there, and as well it's giving you 30 glorious relics. So I think that's a really nice package and definitely worth picking up. We've got this too. This says open this chest to select one of the rewards. So the Star Spawn material selection chest isn't as good as you can only pick one of the things inside. Either way, it's still fantastic. These things are really, really, really cool. If you get all the way up to VIP 9, VIP 10, VIP 11, VIP 12, 13, etc., there's some really cool stuff here as well. It's when you start getting Cores of Transcendence, more puppets, more glorious relics, which is really cool. So I'm really tempted to push the VIP 9 on the VIP series because we're very close to it, in fact, because that's going to get me orange artifact exclusive fragments, which can be used in Almost Workshop to get me some more currency. We have the Cores of Transcendence here as well, and the glorious relics. All really, really nice. If you want a full breakdown of the costs, I mentioned that in the previous video, but just bear in mind, pretty much everything here is great value, and hopefully you've saved your gems because you're going to need them, because buying some of this stuff is pretty great. Moving down, we have the Gold Mall. Unfortunately, I thought it was consume 1,000,000 gems, but actually what it is just spend 1,000,000 gems. So you go here, you press buy, you lose 1,000,000 gems, and you're going to get the basic rewards you see here. If you go ahead and buy the package, which we'll look at a little later on, you can go ahead and see it here. Little quick sneak peek. There it is. It's called the Obsidian Privilege Package, and that's going to cost you the equivalent of 15 bucks. That package will allow you to also get 10 additional scrolls as well as one more core every single day. That's 7 cores at 1,000,000 gold each and that measly 15 bucks. That's actually pretty good. Bearing in mind, 15 bucks is like a pizza full meal for one from somewhere like Domino's or somewhere like that. So rather than getting your local fast food this week, why not just go ahead and grab some additional Cores of Transcendence? At least that's going to keep off the pounds and get you some really nice cores and scrolls, which you can use in your account. So that's something worth considering. I actually really like this, in fact. I think this is a fantastic way for people to get some really good stuff. And 1,000,000 gold is absolutely nothing, so I think that's really nice. Let's look at this now. This is the Black Friday thing with the Obsidian points. This is the big thing for Black Friday. This is where all of the rewards accumulate into. Let's remind ourselves, 100 scrolls is 10 points. So 10 points. So that's for 100 scrolls, you're going to get 10 scrolls. For 300 scrolls, you're going to get 2 6-star puppet selection chests. Wild. That's a lot of food. For 500 scrolls, you're going to get a skin shard pack. Nice. That's going to help you get a little bit closer to some more legendary skins. For 800 scrolls, you're going to get a 5-star hero selection chest, which goes all the way up to Seahu. Again, really nice if you needed to get yourself a hero. So fab, fab, fab. 5-star hero selection chests are great. For 120 or 1,200 scrolls, you're going to get a 9-star light puppet. Again, puppets are amazing. Fodder is fantastic. This is great. And here we are, the big reward itself. For 1,600 scrolls, you get Demon Bell. Now, this is the thing where it cuts off for free-to-play players, because the new line here is 210, which is 2,100 scrolls. But unfortunately, the event caps at 2,000 scrolls, so you can't push to the Eminence Hero Selection chest you see right here. This Demon Bell is clutch, because I can guarantee you that scrolls will get you an artifact for free. This week, Christmas, and Chinese New Year. I don't know what they're going to give us at Christmas. I don't know what they're going to give us at Chinese New Year. Heck, they could invent a brand new artifact which breaks the game. We don't know. And most likely, if they do invent a new artifact, that will not be available for free. That'll be behind a paywall. This here is saying if you spend 1,600 scrolls, you're going to get yourself a Demon Bell, as well as the 9-star light puppet, as well as the 5-star hero selection chest, as well as the skin shard pack, as well as the 6-star puppet selection chest. It's good stuff. These are really good rewards. A lot of people are going, oh, yo, but Christmas is going to give better stuff. We don't know that. We don't know that Christmas is going to give a better artifact. It could be an Augustus Magic Ball you get for free. What would you rather have, an Augustus Magic Ball or a Demon Bell? We don't know, right? We don't know what it is. At the end of the day, if you're going to use your scrolls for something, it better as well be a really good artifact. And we're guaranteed to get a Demon Bell here. As well, using your scrolls this event is going to get you, for 1,600 scrolls used, 4 completes here in the Palace of Crystal. That's 20 Eternal Crystals if you don't spend any money, which is 2 copies of either the new hero at Christmas or the new hero at Chinese New Year. Decide which one is good, pick 2 copies up, and that's going to get you closer to building them for your account. Yes, you can totally argue, but I could just use them during the Christmas event or during the Chinese New Year event, and that's just as good, right? Well, no, not really, because what if the awards aren't as good? What if you're not getting Demon Bell? What if it's something that's less good than Demon Bell? And I know for most accounts, the one artifact people are struggling to pick up copies of is Demon Bell, because Demon Bell is an artifact which you need 8 copies of to get all the Demon Bells to get energy feed going. Heck, you need 16 if you want to get 4 Splendids, making sure you have infinite energy. So friends, Demon Bell is a very powerful artifact, and what most of you are probably pulling out of your mysterious artifact selection chests by the time you reach mid to late game. So this is good. This is very good, and it's something you need to bear in mind if you are going to skip this event. Because skipping this event means you're missing out on an opportunity to grab Demon Bell. That's assuming you have at least 1,600 scrolls. If you don't have 1,600 scrolls, skip it completely, wait for Christmas, wait for Chinese New Year. If you do have the option to go for Demon Bell, though, it might not be a terrible idea. Sure, Christmas might be better. Chinese New Year might be better, but it also might not be better. So just bear that in mind. If Demon Bell is an artifact you want, you can go in, peace of mind, get your 9-star puppet, get your Demon Bell, happy days. If it's not, you just leave it, you wait. And I cannot tell you if Christmas is better. I cannot tell you if Chinese New Year is going to be better. It's impossible, right? Content creators can't see the future. All I can do is tell you that you're definitely getting an artifact. And if you want that artifact to be Demon Bell, go into Black Friday. It could be something else at Christmas. It could be a mysterious artifact selection chest at Christmas. I don't know. But what I do know is Demon Bell is really good. And if you can get that for free, would you normally say no? Is this what you've been saving your scrolls for? That's your decision to make. Don't make me make it for you. But there is a chance that Christmas doesn't offer something as good as this. And if you plan on skipping Black Friday, you need to be prepared to face that consequence. And I hope you are prepared, because I know there's a lot of people in the comment section down below that are going to say they're skipping this, that are going to say Christmas will give better rewards. We don't know that. I do know there's a Demon Bell right there. If you don't have the scrolls, though, you can't really make that decision for yourself. Just hard pass and wait to see what comes in the future. Do not, if you have 1,200 scrolls, say, oh, I'll just go get the 9-star light puppet. No, 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 no. If you're a free-to-play player, it's 1,600 or it's 100, right? There's no in the middle, right? Heck, it could even just be 0, because at this point, every scroll matters. Please do not go in this event if you're free-to-play unless you're prepared to do the full 1,600, because the Demon Bell is what it's all about. Anyway, let's continue looking at the rest of this stuff. I could talk about that all day long. The general answer is, it depends, it's your decision, and are you prepared to gamble? Anyway, the Splendid Gold card here is amazing! We're getting 3,888 gems. Wow! Every day! Every day for the next 7 days for 20 bucks. That's crazy. Really, really cool. We're getting ourselves 12 glorious relics every day for the next 7 days for 20 bucks. Awesome. And we're also getting gold and spirit. Really nice. This scales with your levels, so potentially if you're in early game, you might want to go ahead and wait, because levels come quite quick if you're a new account, so buy this at the end of the week. If you aren't in that early game position, then sure, buy it now, because those gems are going to be really helpful on a VIP account, especially because you're going to need them to buy all those VIP rewards. And there's also this premium package right here, which is giving 4,000 gems, 30 heroic summon scrolls, a full set of 6-star orange armor, because why not? But the big value here is the Obsidian privilege bonus, which, as I said earlier, is going to allow you to get those extra scrolls and cores from the Gold Mall. And that's it. That is the event. Well, for free-to-play players or light spenders anyway. Let's go take a look at what the big boys get. So, if you wanted to spend a little bit of money and push yourself above 200, for 210, you're going to get an Imminent Hero Selection Chest. For 260, 20 Glorious Relics, and a 9-star Light Puppet. For 310, you're going to get yourself a Mysterious Artifact Selection Chest. So at this point, if you've used 2,000 scrolls, that's going to cost you 110 Obsidian points. Now that's the equivalent of, if we look at the value packages, buying 2 of these top packages right here. So that's 200 bucks. That's a little bit steep for a Mysterious Artifact Selection Chest, I'll be honest. But then again, you are also getting a 9-star Puppet in there as well, so it's not too bad. But then again, it is still pretty expensive. Keep on moving down. If you buy another package, you're going to get yourself Cloud Island chest right here. That's pretty cool because it gets you everything in this chest. Remember that. Everything. All the rewards. I love this chest. It's so good. And then we've got 420, so that's you buy another one. You're going to get yourself Glorious Relics and an Eminent Hero Selection chest. 480, another Mysterious Artifact Selection chest. So we're starting to compress now, right? The chests, we're starting to get more chests at this point. Remind ourselves that it's 60 points you get for 100. You're going to need to go and buy yourself 3 more packs of that, which is a little steep. That's about 200 to 300 to get this Mysterious Artifact Selection chest right here. So again, these Artifact Selection chests aren't that particularly cheap, but it's because all the other rewards attached are exciting value. You're getting a lot of gems and a lot of other stuff here as well. You got the Core of Transcendence here as well, which is nice. We've got our 10-star Light Puppet there, and the big thing for the big old spenders is this, the Obsidian Avatar Frame. It gives attack, HP, crit, control immunity, and all damage reduction. Wow. Not only is it the best looking frame we've ever seen in the game, it is the best in stats. There's no argument about it. The big thing for these, though, is they only can be used in the Ace Championship, the Arena, and the Guild War and Friends Challenge. So these only are relevant in PvP. But for a lot of people that plan on spending this kind of money and sticking around, that kind of game mode does matter in the long run. Also, from once you've picked this up, it becomes a lot cheaper to pick up the upgraded forms. It says right here, you don't have any Black Friday avatar frames yet. Sad. But if you do, it becomes a lot cheaper to pick that up. So maybe in the long term, it might be worth grabbing this. But do bear in mind, it's going to cost you $750. You heard me right. Don't choke on your coffee. That's actually how much it costs to go ahead and pick this up if you've never bought one before. It's going to get you another Mysterious Artifact Selection chest as well, and it's going to get you a Luxury Cloud Island chest. Remember, these Cloud Island chests give you all the rewards inside. Check this out. That's giving you 500,000 of everything, and 150 Master's Toolboxes, 50k Fine Wood, and 50k in Hard Rock. This is nuts. That's a lot of stuff for the Celestial Island. That's going to make it a lot easier for you to build your homes. It's pretty good. I think a lot of spenders are going to be attracted to these chests more so than the Mysterious Artifact Selection chests. They know their audience, and by doing so, you aren't really paying the price of using your scrolls. Because what I haven't yet mentioned is that actually by going and buying all of the packages you see here, because of the new scaling, buying out all 5 of these and all 5 of these, yes, that gets you the Black Friday max rewards, but it also gets you 1,500 scrolls, which means you can then move into Chinese New Year and Christmas without worrying you're not going to have enough to do maybe 1,000 scrolls for each of those. By buying all of this out, you're getting the Palace Keys, which means you're going to get 100 Eternal Crystals for doing your 2,000 scrolls. 100 Eternal Crystals is 5 copies of the new hero at Chinese New Year and 5 copies of the new hero at Christmas, which means you'll only need to use 1,000 scrolls to then pick up the remaining copies. Or you could just even go all in and use another 2,000 scrolls at Christmas or Chinese New Year and then go for 2 copies of one of them. Or maybe you go all in on Christmas and then just use crystals during Chinese New Year, or maybe you go all in on Chinese New Year and just use crystals during Christmas, depending on the hero and depending on the rewards. So you get a lot of flexibility for your money, and it does future-proof you for one of the events that will be coming up. So you're kind of paying double to get all these rewards, all these chests, but it's also backing you up for future events so that you're not getting stung for using your 2,000 scrolls. So for some of you heavy spenders, that might be worth it, because I'm coming into this, for example, with 1,636 heroic summon scrolls. If I use 2,000 scrolls, well, first of all, I need to find the other 400. That's going to be a little tricky. And I also need to think, well, am I going to walk out of this event with any scrolls left? Well, if I spend, yes. So for me, I really, really want to get this Demon Belt. But I'd have to spend all my scrolls to do it, which means I go into Christmas with nothing. Maybe that's worth it. Maybe that's a gamble I'm willing to take. And free-to-play players, you're going to have to ask that question as well. But as soon as you open your wallet, that becomes a lot more attractive. Whether it's just by buying these cards or these premium packages, these are amazing. Most low-end spenders, budget players will just grab these. Heck, if you were going to buy anything this year, this is what you buy. These are insane. The amount of rewards you're going to be getting from these is fab. Whether you go ahead and spend everything out on the rest of the event to try and max out the Black Friday rewards, well, That's a one-time thing. You'll probably only ever do it once, because every future Black Friday, you get rewarded by not having to spend as much to pick up the frame. Maybe that's good for you, maybe it isn't. It depends whether you value the frame, because if you value the frame, you need to value PvP, and the guild, and the arena. Now, most people like me don't really value that game mode, mainly because I can't really compete with the big end players at the moment. But I know, if you give the VIP series a little bit of time, give us a year or two, I could potentially bat with the big dogs. And to get to that point, I'm probably going to need that frame, or whatever future frames they release. And that's the difficulty I find myself in. The other thing to weigh up is that I am going to walk away with 4 Demon Bells this event if I do spend a ton of money, and that's also quite an attractive thing. So, yeah. Not to mention all those chests that give all those rewards that could be used in the Celestial Island. There's a lot to consider. There really is, because that Celestial Island game mode is crucial. Tenants are the way forward. And I think that's actually something we need to consider. Artifacts are great and all, but tenants are crucial. Before we go, let me give you a quick breakdown of what I think this new hero Natasha is going to be like as well. First of all, looking at her speed, she's coming in at 1,232, which means she's up there with Drake, Faithblade, and Rogan. That's brilliant. That means she can be used as an energy feed hero if that was something you needed. Pretty nice. However, giving her energy ain't so good because her active skill relies on this ability called Crystal Recharge, and that requires her to have Crystal Recharge levels. Depending on the number of layers she has, she gets additional bonuses to her active skill. The active skill in its normal form deals 800% of attack damage to one enemy with the lowest HP, and then will additionally bleed them. But let's go look at the super version. Let's get this one in. So that's 1,000 attack damage to one enemy with the lowest HP, and bleeds them for 800% of attack for 2 rounds. Not that exciting, it's one enemy, but thank goodness the crystal layers make it better. It becomes 2 enemies if she has 1 layer of the crystal stuff, which she hopefully should do. 2 layers allows her to steal 20% of attack from the target for 3 rounds before the attack. Now that's pretty important. If she's hitting both enemies and she's stealing their attack, that's really interesting in Broken Spaces because there are only 2 enemies. If you remind yourself that Tix's active skill steals 25% of attack, you could argue that that's not as good because Tix steals 25%, and that's a bigger number than 20%. Sure, that's very true. However, we need to look at more of this hero before we use that against her. 3rd layer is going to allow her to have a guaranteed crit chance, and the 4th layer converts 90% of the damage she deals into healing, which is very, very good. Finally, the 5th layer, which is very unlikely, but it may come up, reduces the target's armor by 100% for 3 rounds before the attack. So that's before she hits. All of this is before she hits with the attack mainly, so that's really nice. It means that effect comes into play, then she smacks them. You've got to remember that 1,000% of attack damage and 800% of attack bleed is really good. That's a lot of damage, and especially if you consider it definitely crits, you can throw crit damage into that, holy damage, and you can get some really big numbers potentially, which would be really nice to see. In fact, I could potentially see her being a big damage dealing assassin in things like Broken Spaces due to her active skill being as strong as it is. And it also makes her a hero that can potentially rival Ithaca, not completely, but potentially for damage. Now let's look at the rest of her stuff. Her basic bonuses are HP, attack, crit damage, 40%, that's really good, and control immunity for 30% with speed, so that explains why she's so quick. We have Crystal Shock. Her basic attack is going to target the enemy with the lowest HP, dealing 600% of attack damage, and that is guaranteed to crit, so that's one big smack. This doesn't offer damage over time, but it is a lot of damage. Combine that with Balanced Strike if you're in a PvE game mode, that's going to turn into healing, real nice. And this is where she gets her Crystal Recharge from, because that's going to give her 2 layers. These 2 layers, just from her basic attack alone, are of course allowing her to hit 2 enemies with the active skill, and as well steal their attack. So as long as she does a basic before she does an active, she is ready to go with her Crystal Recharge ability. Here's her other passive, Earth Vein Extraction. When an enemy dies, Natasha restores herself by 25% max HP and increases her attack by 25% for 4 rounds and gains 2 layers of Crystal Recharge. That might be okay, but it's very unlikely to come up in something like PvP, because let's be fair, she's probably going to die before the opponents have, and it's going to make her a little bit of an awkward, clunky hero. She's like a bad Garuda in that sense. But in something like Sealand, this could potentially be pretty good in the earlier stages. In Aspen Dungeon, again, this could be pretty nice. When an opponent dies, she's going to heal back up and then smack harder. Against 4 enemy waves, maybe that's pretty good. Could be a little slow though, so you'll just have to watch and see how she performs. People have been asking me, MK, what do you think this hero's purpose is? Is she just trash? Because every assassin or hero that deals a lot of damage but doesn't offer much else is garbage, right? At the end of the day, she isn't very good when it comes to just how she's going to perform in most game modes. The only thing I can see her really bringing to the table is that her active skill steals 20% of attack and deals a significant amount of damage. That could mean she's a hybrid between Ithaca and Tix. Tix's attack steal in broken spaces is really important when it comes to letting you survive in broken spaces stage 8 and stage 9. It's a very important strategy that allows you to deal a lot of damage and get rid of opponents. Ithaca, of course, is one of the biggest damage dealers in the game, and it's really important to let her do a lot of damage in broken spaces because that's going to allow you to tear through those game modes and do pretty well. But running an Ithaca and a Tix takes up 2 slots on your team. Sure, Natasha isn't going to do as much damage as Ithaca, and sure, she's not going to steal as much attack as Tix, but you get both things, high damage with good crit chances, in fact it's 100% crit chances, as well as attack steal on a singular hero. When it comes to hero efficiency, considering you can only run 6 heroes on one team, you could argue Natasha has that strength. That's what makes her good. She's offering good bits of different heroes and bringing it all together on one hero. You could even say the 5th layer is a copy of what Drake is able to do, but significantly worse. I think at that point, though, that's a bit of a stretch, because 5 layers, it's not going to happen. Let's be fair. You'll get 2 basics and then boom, active skill. So you'll always get to 4 layers, most likely. She's able to keep herself alive with healing. That's really important in those kind of boss fights where you're taking a lot of damage. And the 100% crit rate is actually pretty nice because it means you can focus on crit damage. And that's nice. So there's my thoughts about it. I don't think she's going to be phenomenal. She's not reinventing the wheel, but she is offering high damage on a hero that is able to steal attack. And that combines what 2 heroes on your team potentially do and runs them in a singular slot. So when it comes to efficiency for your team and opening up room for other heroes to come in, that's potentially where her strengths lie. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section about her, but I think that is her only purpose. Ignore her final passive. When heroes die, who cares? That's just going to be a thing for Seal Land and Aspen Dungeon, and they're going to be game modes very personal to her and if you build her early enough. And they will define whether she's going to be good as a first E5, which she potentially could be, but that remains to be seen. Either way, guys, that's the new hero. That's my thoughts on her, and let me know what you think as well in the comment section. I'll see you guys next time. The Black Friday event is crazy, but man, am I going to try and reap the benefits on the VIP series, and let me know in the comment section what you guys do too. Maybe you're saving for Christmas, maybe you're saving for Chinese New Year, or maybe, just maybe, you're going to go for that Demon Belt. Either way, until next time, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy idling.